right, good morning. Yoga clothes, ready to make some bulletproof tea per your request. First thing, I take my electric kettle, no microwave, no. Got this at Costco, about $19. Reverse osmosis filtration system, installed under the sink. You can get it at Costco for about $140. I paid a little more on mine for Amazon before I knew about this. You have to change the filters about once a year. Love it. No toxins in the water. No chlorine, no fluoride, none of the bad stuff. Does take out the minerals, so you may have to supplement a little bit with minerals, but better overall than any other water I've got. So, got that filled up. Set it on the base. Let it heat up. Okay, so my kettle just clicked off, indicating it is ready to go. Let's talk about the types of tea we're using. You want to have two kinds of tea, one that has a black tea, one that has a green tea. I am using an organic Indian chai tea because I like that cinnamony kind of spicy flavor. It doesn't have to be that. I know other people use others, but this is what I'm using. I think I got this, it's Home Goods, $2.99. You always do want to get an organic tea. I pull off the tag, throw in the bag. Okay, that rhymes. Then I have a Health and Heather organic green tea with manuka. So I have my green tea, and I think this one's from Trader Joe's. Get a lot of tea at Home Goods, Ross, TJ Maxx, Trader Joe's. Just always look for organic, and I like to get some kind of green and some kind of black and put it in there. Take my filtered water that is up to boiling, and I pour in about 2 cups in the Vitamix. That's what I like to do. While that's steeping, I put it into steep, go for my walk, which takes about an hour, and then it heats back up as I whip it up in the Vitamix. It's 3 to 5 minutes is fine for steeping. What else are we going to put in there after this steeps? Okay, we've got our 2 kinds of tea. Once that steeps, I take a little spoon and get out my tea bags, and I add in 1 of 3 types of oils. In the morning, if I'm making a morning batch, I do a Bulletproof brain octane oil. You can get it off of Amazon. You can get it off of Dave's website. It is a little spendy, but I only use half a tablespoon to a tablespoon, depending on what my activities are for the day. And so it does last a while. But this was 32 ounces. It was $40 on Amazon. If I'm in the middle of the day, not wanting to go as spendy, I use a pure MTC oil. I use Now. Again, Bulletproof sells one. Now is also really good. They do the certified best practices for any type of supplements. Now is a good company to work with. No idea how much this costs. Don't remember. You'll have to look it up on Amazon, or I'll put it on the show notes. If I'm doing an evening or nighttime tea, or I just don't want to spend as much money, I just put in some extra virgin organic coconut oil. Get this at Aldi. The thing is $3 or $4. Or, I'm going to step off camera for a minute. Since I use coconut oil to drink, to bathe in, to everything, I get the refined organic coconut oil at Costco. I think it's $17 for this big one. Good price. Alright, so I'm going to turn off the camera while I let that steep. We've talked about our oils. We'll be back in when I walk, we'll be back in a minute. So we're back. Our tea has brewed. Take our iced tea spoon. Pull out your tea bags. Ow, they're hot. Be careful. They are hot. Kind of give them a little squeeze, get the good stuff out of there. We'll put those in. Alright, next thing that goes in. I use an organic green tea macha powder. I buy mine. This one particular comes from Walmart.com. And I've seen them on Amazon. Every once in a while, I get a little bag at Home Goods or something like that. I put a half a teaspoon in. You can do more. It's a little bit strong, so play around with it till you find what tastes good to you. But I put in about a half a teaspoon. Then, we have Kerrygold unsalted butter. Grass-fed, because you eat what your cows eat. Cows eat grains, hormones, nasty shit. You're eating that too. Cows eat happy butter or happy grass from Ireland. That's what you're eating. So I take a nice big tablespoon of that. Whack it in there. I don't have to do... Oh, nobody's going to eat that. I lick the knife. Then, we are using today, and I have a little jar of it here. It is the morning. So I'm going to put in a full, good old tablespoon. I've transferred the brain octane in my first jar into an old peanut butter jar because it's easier for me to get my tablespoon into. And I look at that. So, I have black tea, green tea powder, brain octane oil, my Kerrygold grass-fed butter, my filtered water. Last thing is Pure Via non-GMO organic stevia. Stevia is about the only sweetener I will use. There's my reasons for that. I have my reasons. We can talk about that when we do a post on sugar. So that's all in there. Vitamix, the best purchase ever. This is the 6300. They have it at Costco right now for $350. That's a lot for a blender. I bought mine on Craigslist for $150. Even when there got a little rust or something, I called up Vitamix on the blending blades, called them up, and they replaced the whole thing for free. So I highly recommend a Vitamix. Smoothies, tea, coffee, whatever you do. Get ready, it's about to get loud. And that, my friends, it gets all frothed up and delicious. I want to do this. I take it to work. I will actually drink this from about 6 in the morning until 2 o'clock when I have my first meal. Sometimes I do what is called bulletproof fasting, where for a day or two I'll have nothing but the tea. I do caffeinated until 2 o'clock, and afternoon or after 2 o'clock I do an herbal with still the butter and the brain octane oil or the MTC oil or the coconut oil. It is delicious, filling, and it doesn't jack with your insulin and your blood sugar like other types of proteins and carbs would. This is pure fat. It really is. There's nothing else to it. I used to add ginger, turmeric, other spices. Now I just stick to the bulletproof coffee as I find it actually curbs my cravings longer. Or bulletproof tea, excuse me. Coffee made me crash. Coffee's not good for people with adrenal issues. So, light and love, and today tea.